Yo! What is going on? I got a new substance. I got a new format here. Told you guys some new changes coming in this new year of YinzCenter, and I finally did it. Nevin is away. He is currently representing Pittsburgh and this Mighty Penguin sled hockey program in Dallas at the USA Sled Classic, currently residing at 1-0. He's got a helper so far, so good for him. But a new format here. We have my now wife, Mrs. YinzCenter. We have been on a break for the show for a little bit as we got wed and took care of everything else in the world as life pops up. Nevin's going on hockey trips and already did a tournament in Canada last weekend. And I'm sure if you're on YouTube seeing this, you are already wondering who's this man in the backwards hat here. So this YinzCenter, we found our number one fan. Shockingly, the most listeners did the downloads and looked into it, and I found him, and he's local, and he's right around here. Penguins are down 1-0 already as the game just started in the first minute. That's great to see. Gotta love it. We'll get into that later, but yes, our number one fan, and he came here today, and he is applying for an internship. So you wanted to do video editing. Is that something along those lines, or what would you like to do for the show? And state your name for the audience, Mr. Number One Fan. Yes, you.
My name is Dan. I'm here, a long-time listener.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to do whatever you guys need. Just love the show. So.
All right, good. We need some good bitch work to be done around here. So
I'll do bitch work, yeah.
Yes, excellent. I love it. So yes, Penguins are down 1-0 already in Carolina. And well, since Nevin and I last spoke about everything, and it's been a hideous performance, really. There was a couple wins over Montreal and whoever the other team was, Anaheim. It's a couple very forgettable wins, but man, this team, it's bum ass more often than not. But
Yes, yeah.
That's
This is good work.
at least Yahoo did give Evgeny Malkin winger eligibility now.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
there.
They did.
Congratulations.
Yes, so that is helpful for just about my fantasy team, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I wish the rest of the team could get going behind that, but here we go. But yes, so as we should probably get to interview you a little bit more here before we just give you the position and whatnot as, helper man of bitch duties that need to be done for YinzCenter. What would you like to see more out of YinzCenter as our number one fan? Would you like to see more YinzCenter?
You're saying more than one a week? Or what do you mean?
Either more on social media, more than one a week, more than what we're doing now.
I like the social media posts, cut up reels and whatnot. I thought those were good.
You would like to see more of those, though.
I would say so, yeah.
All right.
I think the next step is TikTok there.
Might have to go dip into the Chinese. I mean, hey, we did see how we're coming to you post-election now. We did see that Donald Trump was very popular on TikTok. And so that's a...
So it's not getting banned anymore?
It's not getting it.
Okay.
No. Just realized Mrs. YinzCenter didn't have your mic on.
Oh, wow. Oh, there it is.
That sounds a lot better.
That's so embarrassing for you.
That is very embarrassing. But now,
Is my mic on?
yes, yours is on.
Get all things covered.
Because you got to talk into the microphone still.
Wow, is that,
It can move
There it
around
is.
with you. That is the fun part of the microphone.
it's been a long time since I've looked at the
It's
microphone,
been a
and
while.
I don't know how they work anymore, so.
Apparently. So that's going to be something we're going to have to teach you. But that's a good thing at YinzCenter. We do know how to use the microphone. So don't worry. We can teach you that part.
I'm here for that, yeah.
Yeah, and we'll get on that.
You seem very moldable, so.
Yeah, you do seem quite moldable. There's some raw talent here, and I've heard that you put some good projects together during your time at Slippery Rock University, based on the resume I'm looking at here.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Yeah, it's I think halfway down. Yeah, So,
I think it's actually on the second page here. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, I was a award-winning talent at Slippery Rock University. You don't have to fact check that, but
No need to. I believe you.
It's right there. You can see
I
it.
believe you.
I think one of my videos is still on my YouTube account. I think about 32,000 views, not 32. It's a lot of views. It's a really good video. You could.
It went viral.
It went viral.
Wow. All right.
Was that the audio project?
No, that has, I think, been lost, which is actually a shame because that was actually probably the best thing I've done at Slippery Rock.
That's good because you don't need to worry about like replacing the audio files. We just completely raw dog the audio content to video unless for some reason we have technological errors, which in that case you still might need to use it, but I can handle that part.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's what voiceover's for.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
But would you have the experience and talents necessary to bring, just in case if I happen to say, something terrible, would you be able to like fix that like CBS might be able to do for a certain presidential candidate?
I would say to allow free speech to go on. Don't edit people's speech. I think that's a little disingenuous.
Okay, good, good. I like that answer.
answer. Good answer.
Not that has happened recently.
Yeah. Well, there's
Never.
definitely been no recent recollections like I just mentioned.
Yeah, people wouldn't do that.
All right, good. You're staying true to the YinzCenter authenticity of everything because that's all we do here is bring you the raw Yinzer emotion that we feel as we watch these teams continue to suck
Yep.
day after day. But yet again, let's get into something that doesn't suck, though. The Pittsburgh Steelers offense. That might be one of the... I mean, you guys... Well, you've seen what I did in fantasy football this week. Dak Prescott being out. I have picked up Russell Wilson to start this week.
Russie.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sussy for Russie.
And I know Russ, he saw my YinzCenter shirt.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be all about it. So I'm like, I had to go and do it, man.
We're in on Russ. Like, we had 3 conversations with him.
You did.
That's
Well, okay,
right.
I did.
Thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're in.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, Mrs. YinzCenter. Maybe she can work on getting Russie on the show at some
Yeah.
point.
I'll do what I can.
Do you know Sierra? Sierra? How do you say that? I don't even know.
Sierra?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Irrelevant.
meet her someday.
It's okay.
Yeah. You have both Steelers running backs starting still?
I do. You are quite knowledgeable of my life for this being an interview and the first time we've ever met. And
I was told.
He did his research.
Yeah, I've
He came
not been-
prepared.
I've not been stalking you.
yeah,
whatsoever.
haven't known you since we were in diapers.
No, it's our first time meeting. It's pretty surreal. Huge fan, like I said. So
Yeah. Who are some of your influences that led you to want to get into the I don't know what you call it, podcasting? Maybe it's the new media world, as maybe the new media, as the legacy media may or may not have potentially crumbled in the last couple weeks since we have aired.
it's probably more of the legacy media crumbling. I was like, well, with my decade-old degree in multimedia, I should probably go to the new media if I ever want to find a job in the field. So yeah, just looking to see what I can learn from the professionals here.
All right. Good.
Professionals. I like that.
And so you think you can elevate our game, hopefully?
Oh, for sure.
Think you could bring us, even if we just like Jersey Jerry, you think you can be maybe a little less gay Jersey Jerry for us?
Less lib, you mean?
Yeah, definitely. Nevin can take care of the lib side of things for us.
Nevin-
Yeah,
Nevin-
he's plenty of liberal for all of us here.
He's lib of the year for sure. But
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I got a video that'll definitely drop tonight that I previously recorded. I think it's time. I probably should have done it after election day and the results came out, but
okay.
it'll be a good one. It'll be a good one to have for everyone to see. So
Okay. I'm intrigued. Now, do you want me to be like Jersey Jerry or like the Jerry O'Connell of Pardon My Take, where I just randomly pop in and talk shit on Nevin?
oh, you could do that too.
Yeah.
I like that option.
I do like that.
I can just call in one day.
Yeah. You could always be a caller.
Okay.
Because I think, too, if we could eventually, hell, even if we just use our friends, we could just prop up and have a bunch of callers. Like, and oh, yeah, that's totally believable. But, like, it's just everybody making shit up.
Yeah, and Nevin has no idea. He won't listen to this anyways, so.
There's a very good shot he doesn't. I'd be interested to see if Nevin does listen to what his show sounds like without him on it.
I'll tell you one thing, I will not be listening back because
Now it's cursed for you, huh?
yeah, hearing myself in the headphones is enough. I don't need to hear it again.
Might get some other folks interested, though. And that's what it's all about.
Expand the audience.
Expand the audience. And maybe especially introducing a Mrs. YinzCenter character to the show.
Yeah. Star over there, yeah.
Yeah. Because Mrs. YinzCenter and Mr. YinzCenter did throw on maybe a perfect wedding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
For sure.
I was telling him on Tuesday, like, nothing was out of place or went wrong. It was, like, smooth.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations, yeah.
Put a lot of work into it.
I don't have an applause thing yet. I was gonna do it. I've been considering adding studio audience stuff, but then I ultimately avoided having the studio audience things. Because I just like to ultimately go back to this at the end of the day.
That is the opposite of what the wedding was.
Right.
So, yeah, you can just,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it didn't really work there.
Yeah, so
Perfect.
that's what it wasn't, you can say.
So maybe you can also help me find some more transitional sounds so then I can upload them to here too. Maybe that could be something you could do as part of the bitch work.
Yeah.
Because as much as I'd like to have you be an on-air talent, your ability with the microphone right now has me kind of worried about on-air talent. I have to get you on the phone to control your volume.
My voice travels, don't worry, it'll be perfect, it's fine.
It's because we need to get you fired up about something. So, all right.
Well, the
so
Pens are
let's.
still losing, so.
Yeah, I mean, we shouldn't even watch against the Hurricanes anymore. It's just a shit pumping every single time.
Yeah. Is that how you really feel? Like, why is it a shit pumping? Just get into detail how this year, how you have seen it, has been a vivid shit pumping.
Not just this year, like the past couple years against the Hurricanes, they totally own us in physical play, fast play. They know they're always where we're passing it. It's hard to watch. And then they wait until we screw up and then go down and score every time. So
That is pretty good summary of playing the Hurricanes and most of these teams that are faster than us that they just don't want to acknowledge are faster than us.
Is that me?
I believe that was you. Yes, that was your stuff that fell out of your pocket. But it's okay because the show still rolls on whether your stuff is in your pocket or not.
I mean, Nevin would have done it anyways, so I'm just here to fill that role.
There we go. Someone's gotta be the distractor role as the show continues. So yes, Penguins are down 1-0. They're still residing towards the bottom of the Metropolitan Division, and in the Eastern Conference, they're around teams like Montreal and Buffalo. And Columbus is technically ahead of us, same amount of points, less games played. So it's going to be a rough year. Nevin did have his optimism about the Penguins, but I think it's just going to be a matter of time until they start selling off assets and start seeing what some of these younger guys can provide. Because
you have to
watching them roll out there with Marcus Pettersson at this point continuously, and
he's going to want a big contract.
I will say Ryan Graves has been one of these guys who I haven't noticed him nearly as much so far in this first month of the season.
Except when he beat the shit out of that one guy a couple games ago. That was...
Yes. But also when I say I haven't noticed him much, that's a compliment because he's a defenseman and I don't want to notice him. Like looking like a like a wounded gazelle skating around out there.
Oh, there we go.
Lost in the defensive zone.
Speaking of...
A little bit of gazelle action going on.
I don't know who was playing defense on that goal, but got passed right in front of Ned.
Well, I'm getting a spoiler alert. Yep, there's 2-0 now.
Yours behind? Why? do you pay for yours? You want to?
I don't know if it's on live.
Oh, my bad. But yeah,
It's pretty live. Yep, 2-0.
Was that?
Jack Roslovic.
That was Marcus Pettersson, like right on cue.
Yeah. So like right there, and Carlson just.
You couldn't block that pass.
The Carlson fever dream at this point is dead. I think I will safely say that.
Unfortunately, yeah, that was a good time.
It was a fever dream that it would all work out really well.
Exactly, that was good. Like summertime, he wasn't actually playing.
The idea of having him seemed a lot more the idea of having him was a lot more appealing than.
It might be the curse that I have. I have his jersey.
Ooh.
Yeah. Which scares me because I just got a Wilson jersey, but it's from China, so
That's not real.
It's not real. It'll be fine.
I do have a Deontay Johnson China jersey, and that didn't work either. So knock on wood that yours is still good.
Yeah.
That's right.
Did you get the block jersey or just the normal? Like the block letters?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, block
Is it
letters
block?
is so good.
I couldn't tell you because you ordered it from China.
Yeah. I really can't. I'm really not sure.
Is it black and gold? That's okay. That's all that matters, really.
It is.
They didn't screw it up completely.
You might
They
as well
spelled
get.
his name right, and then he's number 3. So
That's
Yeah,
that's all I can ask for.
There's also there's also whenever I tried to order the Rob Ramage jersey from China, and the blue one said Pamage on it instead of Ramage. Like I was like, it's like, well, should I take the risk? No, it will say Pamage. It says in the comments, it will say Pamage.
I mean, you got to keep that. Did you keep it or you send it back?
Oh no, I got the white one instead. That was spelled correctly, and I wore it for one of the episodes of this show at some point in
That's
time.
right. Yeah.
and I have also worn it at
Badge's Bar.
Serves coffee, by the way.
yeah.
So I heard.
Found that out on
So
Tuesday,
yeah, in case if you don't like coffee shops, you hate the show Friends, and you want to avoid going into a coffee shop, but you still want a coffee, you can always hit up
Badge's Bar.
$2. Cheap,
Yeah,
cheap, good coffee.
whole $2.
Yeah,
About $2.
but you're gonna have to get 3 of them to use a card. So, is it 5 or is it $10?
I think it's up to 10.
Okay, you need 5 coffees.
And a bag of chips.
Yeah,
You'll be all right.
It's a good meal.
And you can get yourself well fed and caffeinated at
Badge's Bar.
in the event that you don't like to drink alcohol for some
Personal
reasons, personal
or
reasons,
Health
of-
reasons,
Yeah,
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always nice to know that you can go and walk into
Wherever Badge's Bar is located.
and get plenty of great food options and ways to refresh yourself.
Yeah.
So,
Badge's Bar.
You can get beer there too. You can get a lot of beer if you want.
yeah, you can also get really, really fucking drunk at.
Badge's Bar.
Do you know anything about that?
This is my first time in the city actually.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm not from around here.
Oh,
Just came for the
where are you from?
Italy.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's
Originally,
what it says on the resume right here.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
He's
didn't-
from
I
the
didn't
town of
check that.
Gabagool.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, a little known place, but yeah.
Thinly sliced place.
Also, shout out to the listeners in Deutschland right now.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have them, I know.
Which they're fighting for top spot of the most listened to
International.
YinzCenter foreign country. So,
Yeah.
Maybe they'll be calling in next. Or visiting. You never know.
or applying for an internship.
Yeah, not mine.
Yeah.
Another one.
How
Well,
do you
maybe.
how do you apply for an internship? You ask. Great question.
Yeah. Put it out there.
You find out. There's ways to contact me.
I can make a social media post about it for my internship.
Yeah, there you go.
We are accepting DMs.
Yeah.
DMs are open for whatever.
I was gonna say appropriate DMs, but you kind of opened that one up. So
Well, Nevin might want to look at something too,
That's-
yeah,
yeah, that's
because
true.
like,
Yeah.
he'll see him too.
yeah, send the naughty ones to Nevin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nevin will take all the naughty DMs and we'll take all business inquiries.
Right.
Sound
Very,
good?
Very
Yeah.
serious stuff.
I'm glad.
That can be part of the bitch work. You can shuffle it to whoever needs it.
So I have to look at all of them.
Yes, you get to
Yeah.
look at all of them.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you bring me the ones that look good. Yeah, yeah, as the first intern of YinzCenter company name maybe to be determined. What we'll really need you to do is everything that we don't feel like doing.
Yeah. Yeah, YinzCenter LLC.
Yeah, so we feel like doing the show and recording it and uploading it. You just got to do the rest of it.
And am I getting paid for this?
Well, that's part of the internship, is that you don't get paid.
Oh, good.
Because we don't make money.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if we were to make money, you still won't get paid.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't want to get paid because...
You could be an investor, though.
Yeah, actually, if I pay you guys,
Yeah.
the show can make money.
Yeah, if you pay me.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know what I would provide for you. I'm not making additional content. Maybe I'll hang out with you.
That's all. That's why I'm here.
Okay.
Big fan.
Yeah. All
We
right.
do have that new space in the basement now.
Yeah. Maybe you can hang out one time with me.
Okay. I don't know where you live.
Yeah.
That's good, because you said you were a stalker.
No, I do know where you live. To be honest.
It's okay. I know that you're from Gabagool, Italy, and that you are also maybe a homosexual according to your resume.
Did you write that one? Is that a note or?
It's written here on the notes.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that, but I mean, isn't everyone maybe? You know.
Depends. I mean, we're still in 2024.
Yeah,
like it
that's still a
depends.
thing
Are you on the pre? This side of things, or are you moving on in this new year?
I thought this was 2024, right?
Yeah. So let's get philosophical with your internship. I think this is going good as your interview goes along. It's a little blend of everything. Because this will be a really big determining question whether we can have you be on the show or not. Do you think God would get a transgender surgery?
Man. No. Is that
Okay. That's a good answer. That's the correct answer. Yes, that is what I have written down in my notes here.
Okay.
That's so good. Good job.
That lines up. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll make sure we're on the same page here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you ask all your interns that question, or?
So far, yes. I have asked all of potential interns that question.
100%. All right.
100%.
Yes, we are at 100%.
100% of those interns have been asked that question.
Okay. Anything else?
It'll come about.
Okay.
There's other things here, but it will depend on the flow of the rest of the show.
Yeah, naturally. Obviously.
So that's a good sign. But ultimately, though, what do we think of the Steelers' offense going? And the Steelers just overall rest of the season.
I mean,
because currently you got the Ravens. Still got to play them twice.
Yeah.
Bengals and Browns all twice. You're in pole position right now.
Amazing how I don't know, but I'll take it.
And not you personally, but the Steelers, they're in pole position.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how we're
So
7-2. Like,
yeah, they are somehow in that mix. Well, I think it's 6-2 with the bye
You're
already
right.
happening. So,
yeah.
couple big games over some New York teams.
But yeah, you said about the offense.
And now you have,
I mean-
this is probably your biggest test of the season coming up here with Washington, which I did not anticipate. I had a feeling it would be a sneaking suspicion type of game, like it could be a trap game, but there's no trap about this. Washington is also 7-2 and a very good football team.
Defense has been a little suspect, but they just got Marshawn Lattimore out of their secondary.
They did get
So,
Marshawn Lattimore in
It's a big
Washington.
piece. Their secondary was a little sussy, but yeah, I don't know. Our offense, as you were saying, like Russ's first half, was kind of, and then GP made a couple big grabs that made him look good in the first game, but last game he was just dropping dimes. Russ was cooking. It was what you want to see moving forward. forward. So
I believe it was me that said to you as Russ's first start was happening, he's elite.
yeah,
And he threw that one ball, and kind of then he went like 2 for 7 from there to start the game off. But
it
then,
did look good.
and then then he had that one that kind of was a teardrop. It fell into Pickens' hands.
A little behind him.
Oh yeah, it was a little bit behind, but
Touchdown was a little behind him, but yeah, last week when he had that one to Calvin Austin, one to Pickens, I think. I don't know. He was just dropping it like right in the bucket.
oh yeah, he looked good. He looked like the elite quarterback that we thought he was in Seattle, maybe. Like
He got stage fright his first game. He was nervous. Pittsburgh,
Yeah, it's intimidating out there.
Yeah.
And then he found his groove, and then kind of just all started clicking from there. And I think this is, and when Washington's an offense that can be thrown on, and it's opened up the running game a lot more.
Exactly.
And that was the thing that the Fields, and Nevin's a big Fields guy, and because he just went to Ohio State,
I mean,
but
yeah,
the precision on the arm is just not nearly there with Justin Fields. And sure, you can get 15 to 20 yard chunks on the ground with them, but sure, that's a cool thing to get, but it's a lot cooler to get 45-yard touchdowns in the air.
Or 15-yard passes where you're not getting hit at the end of the play. Like, as a quarterback, like, Russ can make those intermediate throws. He doesn't have to run. If things break down, he'll look around, check his reads.
And
it looks more like a professional offense.
And I was just getting ready to lean into that too. He looks like it looks like a more professional offense, and with him at the helm, it feels this is more of a professional team. With Kenny Pickett, it kind of felt like it was a little bit of child's play out there.
Yeah.
And kind of coddling to Kenny to make him feel good about the offense and making sure he only had to make throws that he liked. And even Mason, they didn't really trust to do that kind of stuff. I still think he actually, with the Titans, is kind of showing a chance he might do that. It's a different tale for another day. But I really do enjoy watching. But Russell is much more of a man than Kenny Pickett ever was in that locker room.
And he'll throw receivers open. He'll trust them to make their cuts. He doesn't wait until they make their cut and then they're wide open to throw them the ball. He'll actually run the play the way it's designed to be run. I don't know. It's just a lot better to watch. It's only been 2 games. This could all fall apart. But
however, Omar Khan did add a wide receiver in the meantime to build up that wide receiver core because Big Mike Williams. He is on the team now after the Jets acquired Devontae Adams and they didn't really have a need for a receiver. And that kind of it makes things interesting because that kind of gives you Calvin Austin, but at a bigger dude.
Yeah.
Calvin Austin in a 6'3" man.
Yeah. I can't remember watching any Chargers games with Mike Williams, but he was the one on fantasy who 3 catches, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. He just.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's the receiver that opens up, that he takes the top off the defense and allows. And I'm just excited for what that can do for Najee Harris too.
Yeah. If you got the defense move back a little bit, Najee's not getting hit behind the line of scrimmage every play. It opens up a lot of things. So we'll see.
Yes, this is going to be, and they also did add another defensive player too. I think it was Preston Smith from Green Bay.
Yes.
Which I was a little shocked to see Green Bay trading away players I thought they might have valued. But I guess the report was that he actually did request a trade out of there. So I guess the scheme was not a fit, and he didn't like that. So he comes and plays in this 3-4 style defense and rotational guy again on that front 7.
Rush the quarterback.
Actually, it'd be more of the front 3. One of the linemen, one of the down linemen's the 3-4, but
rotational guy.
it gives a guy like Keanu Benton gives a guy like him a breather
Yeah,
and
exactly.
allows him to maybe take on a little bit more situational roles and just allows him to play around with a lot more.
I mean, yeah, you can't have enough of those guys because throughout the season they're going to go down a game or two, and yeah, I don't know if Preston Smith is any good, but he's a warm body. So
Okay. We're going to pivot over here. We're going to switch now back to the interview.
yes,
So, since I was mentioning fever dreams earlier, and we did mention the Eric Carlson fever dream and how that escalated to, kind of shit in the bed. Let's come up with a new fever dream that we can try and bring into reality here. Okay.
all right.
What comes to your mind first? What's a ridiculous scenario that could happen that feasibly could happen the next year, but it's a fever dream. It's not going to happen.
So
It could be
it's
any-
available to happen, but it's not going to happen.
Any of the major Pittsburgh teams,
I mean,
and that includes. I'll take the local college programs as well.
so one that I've read in the comments online would be Juan Soto to the Pirates.
Okay.
Roughly, I don't know, $50 million a year. So he would be, I don't know, more than, what was the payroll last year? Was it 50? I don't know.
Something like that.
So he
It
probably
was
doubled
very
it.
low. I don't have the exact figure on me.
Yeah, so we sign him to this giant contract, keep him through until the trade deadline, and then trade him for assets. So we pay him like $25 million and get a ton of assets.
Okay,
Yeah.
I dig that.
You said things that won't actually happen, so that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Because I had one in mind that I've been working up. It's kind of along those lines, but it was more of just signing him long term. Just we'd be the big spender in this case because bring back Garrett Cole
Oh,
because he opted out with the Yankees after they lost the World Series.
yeah, and then he opted back in.
Bring him with. Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, he already did.
Yeah, they called his bluff, and he's like, actually, never mind, I'm going to stay with my contract.
So, well, then maybe he could opt back out.
Yeah, I
he
mean-
could opt back out if he hears this. And
Pirates want him. I mean,
hey, 1-2 punch with Paul Skeens,
man.
and then they could lose 3-0 more often.
Yeah. It's better than 7-0. Depends who's in the bullpen.
Well, if they get Juan Soto too,
yeah,
then they'll lose 7-3.
yeah,
Once the bullpen gets in there.
yeah. And then whenever one of them pitches, it'll be 3-2 or 3-1.
Either that, or the Pirates would sign him, but they would still employ. Did they still have Andy Haynes as their batting coach, or did they
No.
actually? They finally got rid of
He's a
him.
casualty, yeah.
Okay, so I was gonna say if he was still around, he'd somehow ruin him, but
Yes.
just the Pirates will actually ruin him on their own.
I mean, then you trade him to someone in the NL and you make their team worse, make them pay a lot of money because we ruined him. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So
Okay,
yeah.
you got anything, Mrs. YinzCenter, that you'd like to add to the fever dream?
I'd like to see more pierogi time.
Ooh, more pierogies per inning, like you talking more races.
I don't know about more races. Maybe see them out and about more. Like Pirate Parrot.
Yeah, okay, I can get behind that.
So like around the stadium.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like they
Photo
basically
ops,
be mascots too.
Do they
Yeah.
hand out pierogies?
Oh.
That
Yeah.
this is a fever dream. It's got to get
Right.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they
I mean, they already have
definitely
pierogies on hot dogs, but
But then if they're handing out free food, that
Right.
makes it even crazier.
They hand out
I
like
know.
one to make you want more.
Right.
when You go buy them. Yeah.
a sample.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I like that.
Okay, and then we'd have Juan Soto batting 198, and Garrett Cole with a 4.8 ERA.
Yeah.
But we'd have free pierogies, so
Right.
I think that
Yeah.
would get the fans really stoked. Because as long as we spend the money,
Yeah.
that's what matters most. They could do that. They could suck,
Yeah.
but if they spent the money,
Right. You're
we
there
would
for
go-
the atmosphere too.
We'd go to the ballpark.
Like it's already a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
I love going to Pirate games. but like, I'm there for the pierogies.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, let's be real. That's
Yeah.
what everyone watches anyways.
Yeah.
So I like how all the fever dreams are about the Pirates because we don't want to like hypothetically ruin any of the other teams that are trying.
Well,
We'll just ruin the Pirates some more.
well, then that's the team that deserves it. And everybody who's listened to this show for more than a hot minute knows that the Pirates are unworthy of anything of praise. I try to give them praise. I really do. I look for reasons to try to praise the Pirates.
I have one. I have two.
Oh, okay.
So Paul Skeens has won 2 Rookie of the Year votes, has not yet won the Rookie of the Year, but he's won 2 votes that aren't the actual Rookie of the Year. So
That's somehow
That's something.
more amazing than not winning the Rookie of the Year.
well, it's the Baseball Writers of America or whatever, Association of America. That's the one that counts for some reason. But
Nice
also-
dodgeball reference.
Yeah. And Jared Triolo has won the National League Gold Glove as a utility man.
Yes.
So
I did hear about that.
I did hear about that too, and I was like, I don't.
I didn't know they had that.
I also
personally,
didn't.
but, yeah. So whenever
I didn't realize
Brian
a
Hayes
utility
is-
player could get
Yeah.
the Golden Glove.
So whenever Brian Hayes' back is out for another month-long stint, he steps in and
All right.
Gold Glove. Now we have 3 just in the infield. So yeah, but we can't hit or run the bases but yeah, hey, we have 3 Gold Glovers in the infield.
Hey, they can field really good because,
Yeah.
they're going to have a lot of opportunities to field the baseball. That's for sure.
Well, even though we're striking out more people than we ever have before. But
Yep. But they'll still find a way to put them in
Yeah.
play on accident.
Exactly. So good thing we have that. It gets people out to the ballpark when you can field in the infield.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm liking where this internship note is going. Next question. What would be the most maniacal thing you would do to someone just to think that you would have an edge in them in a fantasy football matchup?
Is this in relation to ours this week?
Could be ours, could be other
Sorry,
potential
we actually just
matchups.
said we're not in the same league. I forgot. Yeah. My other friend named Cody. Maniacal to get an edge.
Maybe even not maniacal, but just like maybe some little shit. Maybe like maybe just betting on your opponent's players in real life, just little small increments at a time to just kind of get encourage them really well because
Yeah.
whenever you bet on players
They're not going to perform.
that they're gonna disappoint you
Yeah,
because
that's a good
your money's on the line.
I would say that I would pick them up in another money league so that I know that they're going to be shit on my team. So therefore, they'll be shit on your team. Like,
That's the most maniacal thing you could think of.
I mean, that's like kind of some voodoo stuff, I think, right? You're like,
I was hoping you were going to provide the answer of actual voodoo.
well, yeah, I was going to say like, taking out kneecaps or something.
I didn't want you to go all the way Nancy
Okay.
Kerrigan. I was hoping for like some witch doctor voodoo, to be quite frank
Yeah,
with
like
you.
one of those little dolls with needles.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
We
You
don't
got to
really
make
have
the
that.
dolls
What is it
up and stab them.
I've never seen anyone like that in Italy. I don't know where you'd
You're not looking in the right spot.
Yeah, clearly you're not looking in the
Yeah.
right spots.
I mean, if I can find one.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you just might need to find the right place that possesses the power to create one, and maybe you could just summon get a Ouija board and put a spirit into it, and then really
It's true. Can we say anthrax on this podcast?
yeah, you could say
Would
anthrax.
probably that'd be the one. I'd dox them, find their address, and send them anthrax in the mail.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know somebody that can get you a hold of anthrax.
I'm not getting that. I'm not gonna get that deep into it.
Okay.
You don't-
That could be useful, for future YinzCenter circumstances in 2030 something,
Yeah.
as they get ready to fight the something war of,
Yeah.
Make
it
sure,
could get ugly.
Make sure you write down there.
Yeah.
Do not open any letters from Dan.
Yeah.
Just in case. So.
Oh, it's Yeah, that's what I've been writing down.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Bold
yeah.
point.
Yeah.
There. Okay.
Yeah, underlining
Yeah.
it now. So, yeah. So, okay. Well, if he's gonna give us, or sidebar, Mr. Intern, or we just give him the job, and then he can do whatever. He wants to do whatever anyway. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he could just have the job, and then we don't have to worry about the anthrax.
I mean, it's not like he's getting paid anyway.
Yeah, there's no physical money,
So-
and it's just free labor.
True.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm sure we could figure out a couple more questions for him, just make him
Yeah.
sweat a little bit more.
Yeah,
you know?
well, he's got to sweat some more.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so we're going to have some more things. You can come back from the sidebar
Okay,
now,
yeah,
sir.
thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you respecting the sidebar.
Yeah. You guys got to have your conversations. I get it.
Right.
Tough choice.
Have you ever considered framing your relative and, going through all sorts of like crazy legal court documents to, just to tinker with them and mess with them and, just to really just get in their head and then,
much
ultimately
drive
get
them
the,
insane.
just try and drive them insane, basically. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And to the point, that they'd have to take you to court, and then you just watch them collapse in front of you in court as a
I think they call that
person.
gaslighting now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you do something like that for the show if it had to come to that?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Good.
Very committed to this. So there's nothing mostly that I wouldn't do. So
Okay.
All right.
So let's talk about a little bit more, because now that I've taken a little bit of a break from watching this Penguin game as they've gone down 2-0. Yeah, currently I feel like every episode I've done of this show, I've said that the Penguins reside in 7th place in the division, and that is once again factual.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be something you can look up. How many times have I said that they're 7th place in the Metro Division? Could be a fun one.
yeah, I'll get on that.
I mean, 6 points out, Washington. Washington's actually in the mix here at 18.
It's weird.
18 Carolina, 18 New Jersey. So all three of those teams are right there. Rangers at 17 points through 11 games. And then we're going to clusterfuck with Columbus and the Islanders. And then the Flyers are at 9 points. Okay. Other 12-point teams, just Ottawa. Okay. Montreal, Buffalo are still below us by 1 and 2 points.
At least someone is.
Yes, there are a couple of teams. And if you want to look in the West, Nashville's one of those teams that's below us. Chicago.
Nashville's surprising. They came on strong last year, I thought. And then
They did. They went 14-0-1 after the U2 concert got canceled.
that's right.
And
They got scolded.
then did they win a playoff round, or did they lose to Vancouver in the first round? I can't remember exactly how that went, but
Yeah, I can't remember.
They did not, go to the conference finals or anything like that. And then also Seattle, Anaheim, San Jose worse than us. So those are about the suspects that we anticipated. You still have teams. We did miss a little bit, though, where Evgeny Malkin was briefly leading the league in scoring.
True.
We might have mentioned that in an episode. However, he's kind of fallen. Oh, he's 38 years old. He's fallen off the pace a little bit.
I mean, that's fair.
You got Nathan McKinnon leading at 25 points in 13 games currently. Cale Makar right behind him. And that's kind of what you get with Colorado. And then your usual suspects of Nikita Kucherov in that mix. And then you got a little tie of Mark Stone, Sam Reinhart, and Kirill Kaprizov to round out the scoring. We got games going on right now, so let's take a look around the rest of the league here, see how things are going. We got Flames and Bruins tied at 1. Panthers are up 2-0 in the first period. At the end of the first period, guess who's already scored for the Panthers? Sam Reinhart.
Look at that.
A shocking development there. It's his 11th of the year, so he's already moving up that point total I just mentioned earlier. Devils are up 2-0 on Montreal. Jesper Bratt, Andre Palat have scored goals. Jack Hughes' 2 helpers there. Sabres are beating the Rangers 1-0. We already know the Hurricanes are up 2-0 on the Penguins, and we'll get the former point getters here. Jordan Martinook scored in the first minute from Jordan Stahl and Jalen Chatfield. Jordan Stahl's first assist this season in November.
Oh.
Jack Roslovic from Sebastian Aho and Dmitry Orlov at 8:47. And then we got a couple goose egg games going on. We have Islanders and Senators tied at 0. Flyers and Lightning tied at 0. Daniel, has anyone surprised you so far this NHL season? Who's been your most surprising and most disappointing players that aren't Pittsburgh Penguins?
To be honest, now that I don't have NHL Network, I'm kind of out of the loop.
Boy.
I've been in football mode, to be honest.
Okay.
It's tough to do
That's fair.
two at once.
All right, let's pivot then. We'll work with your knowledge here. This is a tough interview. See, it's a grueling
Sweating
one.
over there.
Yeah, caught
I
him
see his
working.
forehead glistening.
Yeah, it sure is.
Did you not hear me?
I
Yeah,
heard.
let's
I heard.
get another angle there so we
Yeah.
get it nice. Eventually zoom in on that. Yeah. All right. Okay, so 6-2, 6-3. We do have a football game tonight we could talk about.
That's true.
There is a big AFC North battle that'll be on Jeff Bezos' network in a few minutes. Got
Do we have that here? Do you have Prime? Oh.
Hey, Mrs. YinzCenter.
Mrs.
Under
YinzCenter
control.
is prepared in case we go that long.
Right.
But yes, Baltimore and Cincinnati is the big game of the Thursday night slate.
Yeah, Cincinnati is coming on as they do every year.
Bengals reside with a 4-5 record currently, though they are going to Baltimore. 6-3 record. Baltimore 6.5-point favorites.
I didn't know it was that big of a spread. I mean, I guess that makes sense.
In terms of the record, yeah, it definitely does make sense. But that's a dicey line because the AFC North football, I feel like you always see things within 6 points every game.
Pretty much every game. Joe Shiesty's back. I don't know, he had 5-6 touchdowns last week.
Yes, it was 5 touchdowns he had thrown last week, which 0 of them went to Jamar Chase, unfortunately, for myself.
If he would have thrown one to Chase Brown at the end, I'd probably, whatever. I'm done thinking about it.
Devastated.
I got my median point.
So who in the NFL then has surprised you and disappointed you to date? Because we're now over halfway through the NFL season.
Surprising would probably be who we're playing this week. The Commanders. They're 7-2. Jaden Daniels, he's good, very good. But you would expect maybe a 5-4 would be considered
Oh yeah, they would have been
a good result.
If he would have looked half as good as he was now, and they were sitting at 4-5, they would have probably thought that was their best case scenario. I think
7-2,
Yes, this team, Jaden Daniels is already stepped in and has been a legitimate MVP candidate from the get-go.
Yeah.
Just quite impressive to do. Especially, I don't know, these older quarterbacks seem like they have kind of floundered. But this draft class between Kenny Pickett and Bo Nix, actually, I will say that has been my most surprising team to point to this date. Because everybody and their mother wrote off Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos. And Sean Payton, for that matter.
Yeah, he was memed. He was ridiculed.
And he had a movie where he was starred in by Kevin James.
Yeah.
Movie about his life where he was portrayed as by Kevin James. So that exists out there. Haven't seen it. Don't plan to.
Same, yeah.
And it can't be, though I will say, I think I'd rather watch that than whatever it is that they're doing on Netflix about Bill Belichick and Aaron Hernandez. That looks so fucking terrible. But almost...
Yeah. I haven't seen it,
But yeah, the Broncos at 5-4. I did not see that one coming, and they've been looking better and better each week.
Yeah.
I thought for sure, after the first 2-3 weeks of the season, I thought this was a bottom feeder offense, and they've done nothing but get better each week since then.
Was getting rid of Russ subtraction or addition by subtraction? People have been asking.
Well, he was also our addition
True.
so far.
He's had to find his home.
Yeah. And the most disappointing team, I thought the Titans would be spunky, but they're not my most disappointing team. I just like to see it that David Spunky. I hope Will Levis comes back though. I want to see him do some goofy shit.
It's more fun that way.
Yeah. Is it the Saints? I think the Saints had some legitimate aspirations there after the first 2 weeks. They started off 2-0.
They were Super Bowl champion after week 2.
They beat this. Well, obviously everybody was beating up on the Panthers, but you still put up 47-10 on another NFL team. And then you beat the Cowboys 44-19 the following week.
Yeah, everyone thought the Cowboys one was big, and it turns out they're just kind of ass.
Yeah, it turns out they're both pretty ass.
Yeah.
And yeah, they've lost every game since. So that's got to be probably the most disappointing thing, because I thought their defense looked elite. I thought they had the offense and the pieces, and none of that has materialized. So.
Well, Rashid Shaheed's out for the year. Olave just took another hospital ball over
the
field.
And Michael Thomas is going on X and
that was something.
And saying that Derek Carr is basically trying to get him killed out there.
Yeah, he said, "What is he?" I think the quote was "ass on my granny." Is that what he said?
I don't have the quote in front of me, but I'm sure
It's
you can.
something you can research.
Yeah, something that can be Googled by you, the listener, and join along and tell us, yes, you are correct.
I thought you meant me, as in the intern.
That too.
That too.
Some bitch work, yeah.
You can do that too, and you can look at it right now if you want.
I'm watching us lose. I can't do that.
Okay. He's already. That's probably not a very good start to this, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's not great.
A great start to the bitch work.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my NHL knowledge up. Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, Daniel, I think there is one final question for you.
Bring it.
Would you like to be an intern at YinzCenter?
I thought that was gonna be a much more inappropriate question, but yes.
All right. We got it. We got our first intern.
Yeah.
And we got a new character to the show, Mrs. YinzCenter.
It's a big episode.
In the flesh. Here I am.
Yes. Good luck to you, Nev. Wherever you're at, in heaven, or hell,
Ass somewhere.
or Dallas.
Yeah.
Whichever one it might be.
Evan's not watching this.
He's not.
He's not gonna listen to this.
He's not alive.
Someone else on the
Just
team.
kidding. He's very alive. He is alive. He's just not here.
Yeah.
But we're thinking of him, and
He's in our hearts.
he is in our hearts. Along with his teammates, which he did give me a report today. And during the wedding, started making plans to have him as a potential guest, but his teammate, Zach, big rest up in recovery for you, man, as that's a really unfortunate way to begin a tournament, breaking your leg before much even begins. So that's unfortunate, and we hope the best for you and that leg, even though you can't use it either. But it's important that it is in a normal position, not in other positions.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah. So this is YinzCenter. Even though we got some new characters, but this is the show.
Yeah. I think Asher should fill in for Evan full time.
Her name's Mrs. YinzCenter.
I think Mrs. YinzCenter should fill in for Evan full time.
I don't know about that.
I don't know if Mrs. YinzCenter wants to do that. She's more on the marketing side and
Yeah.
and the running the sweatshop.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's her sweatshop. There is no children that work at this sweatshop.
It's
It's
just
called a
me.
chocolate factory.
It is-
It's not a sweatshop.
It is just her sweatshop.
But new merch.
Yeah.
DM us if you want to see some new merch drop.
Ooh, let's see it. Let's see it. All right, we'll see Yinz all. Who knows when? I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be sooner, could be later. Maybe we'll get Nevin here while he's in Dallas. I don't know. That's the fun part. I actually don't.
We didn't know that this was going to happen tonight either. So.
Yeah, that's right. So, we'll see Yinz all soon. Let's go, Bird.